how's it going, everybody? I'm the Diginerdster, and today we continue Go Nippon, my first trip to Japan. I forget what we're doing other than the fact that, we're going on a road trip. Yeah. Now, as far as our God damn it. But this isn't even English. Like, you're not speaking English. Why are you using such big words? Itinerary from Tokyo to Kyoto. We'll get on the Shinkansen from here at Tokyo Station. The Shinkansen? Eh? What is that? Are you that fired up about riding the Shinkansen? Oh, what is it, not what is that? Stupid Digi. Of course I am. It's the Shinkansen. The Shinkansen. What's the Shinkansen? Not only is it the fastest train in the world, but you can't deny that it's the safest, most technologically advanced train out there. Safest and most technologically advanced usually don't go together. But whatever. Wow! Is it really? It sure is! I mean, I've been hoping to ride the Shinkansen at least once. Wow, I'm really looking forward to this. And then when it gets on, it's going to be boring as heck because nothing's happening. Like, it's supposed to be moving so fast that you don't even feel the bumps or whatever. I'm sure you are, but first we need to buy our tickets to get on. Sure, let's do that. First, there are several Shinkansen lines when you get out of Tokyo. The one that goes to Kyoto is called the Tokaido Shinkansen. I don't know how to pronounce this Japanese mumbo jumbo. Tokaido Shinkansen, right? Yes, there are also 3 kinds of Takoto Shinkansen. Why so many? Those are the Nozomi, the Hikari, and the Kodama. That's right. Why did I put I? There is no I there, there's a T. T-H-E. The Kodama stops at every station, but the Hikari and Nozomi only stop at important ones. They're special express trains in every sense of the word. Between the two, the Nozomi take shorter stops at each station than the Hikari. There are about 500 kilometers between Tokyo and Kyoto. The Nozomi makes the trip in about 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2 hours and 20 minutes? That's even faster than I thought. That doesn't sound fast to me, but you know what? What do I know? I'm just a stupid Canadian, eh? By the way, all the trains cost the same amount. So if you're going to a major station like Kyoto or Osaka, it's better to take the Nozomi. What the fuck? The Nozomi. I see. So then why have the different trains if they all cost the same? If I were in charge, I would have made the express ones like double the price. But that's just me, businessman and all that. If I were a businessman, I'd be making money off the channel. Now, about the tickets. To ride Shinkansen, you'll need both a boarding pass and a special express ticket. Then, you'll choose between free seating or reserved seating. A boarding pass and an express ticket? Then free seating or reserved seating? This seems overly complex. A one-way free sitting ticket to Kyoto is about 13,000 yen, but 13,000? That's like $130, isn't it? A round-trip ticket is a little cheaper each way, so it's best to go round-trip for your boarding pass whenever possible. Round-trip? Got it, I'll remember that, I think. Now then, when you buy them, in Japanese JR stations, there are ticket counters called Midori no Madoka. Larger stations just use vending machines. Also, in some stations, you can purchase tickets from travel agency counters. That's right, when you're using a rail pass, you can't use the Nozomi, so be careful. If you go to the travel agency, you could sometimes buy them in a bundle with a hotel reservation at a discounted price. Thank you for telling me all this. Might go to Japan in real life, might not. Don't really care either way. Honestly, I don't know, prefer to go to Rome. Or Paris. Wow. Oh right, Une-chan, when we go to the Kyoto, make sure our seats are... I got it, on the right side, right? Yeah, you always know what I'm thinking, Une-chan. Oh wait, I forgot to give her the typical squeaky voice that I always give her. Seats on the right side? Why? Because... Nope, not telling you. You'll see soon enough. What? Now you've got me curious. Tell me, you can't do that to someone, man. Come on, Akari. No way. Then, Makoto? You can't see it, but I'm using my puppy dog face. It's adorable, I swear, and it is not at all creepy at all. I'm just kidding, it's creepy as fuck. No way, Une-chan, don't tell him. Yes, I know. Aww. Now, first, we'll buy the tickets, then grab our bento and board the train. We're buying bento before we get on the train? Like I said, it's supposed to be so fast that you won't feel a thing. Of course. There used to be restaurant cards on the Shinkansen itself. But as travel times got faster and faster, train companies stopped doing it because there was less of a need to eat a full... Why am I tripping over this? Eat a full meal on the train! So, as a sort of replacement, larger stations started selling special bento known as ikebin that contained the region's specialty food. Eating an ikebin while chatting with your friends and watching the scenery pass by is part of the fun of the train's ride. Yeah! In other words, it's a way to make the trip itself special. That's exactly it. It's not just a mode of What? It's not just a mode of transformation, but a part of the journey? It's not just a mode of transformation. I think you meant transportation. I'm not sure which it is, but that doesn't seem right to me. This is getting really exciting! So exciting. Hello, random dude. So we just bought our bento and got through the gate. Now we wait for the Shinniken to arrive. Why are you so detailed, businessman? He is also very detailed. And none of you look Japanese. Shinkansen. You're like an excited little kid. Shut up, Makoto! I could be excited if I want to! Holy shit, I just noticed my money, Jesus Christ. But... it's here! It's here! Oh boy! Ooh... That actually does look pretty cool. Wouldn't be excited as excited as him, though. English. Whoa, that's the Shinkansen. Yes, it's the newest model, the N700. 700? Have they gone through exactly that many? What? It's the real thing. Now I know what you're thinking, Digi, but please, don't hump the train. Its form looks so perfectly streamlined. Smart train. It's amazing. You can tell it's fast just by looking at it. Well, it's worth noting that since the trains first started running, the trip time to Kyoto has been reduced by nearly 1 hour. An hour? It's even more amazing when you put it that way. We're fangirling over a train. I wonder how hard they must have worked to shrink the time by an hour. Come on, it's fine for you to be excited, but don't space out, or the train will leave without us. ... Oh, actual motion! So, have you calmed down a little? Nope, still got a stiffy. Huh? You're insane! I've been calm the whole time. Please, you're insane is my line. Don't try to steal my lines, Akira. Don't. I know where you live, bitch. You've been spazzing out since we got the train. We've been on the train for 40 minutes now, and you've been acting crazy the whole time. I am not. Ooh, a mountain. Don't say you're not spazzing. Come on, let him be. There's nothing wrong with him enjoying himself, right? Yeah, I mean, this is totally amazing. Another mountain. How many mountains are there in Japan? I don't remember there being this many. These seats are so comfortable. You can recline them so far. I just imagine that we're completely annoying the person behind us. And even though we're racing at 300 kilometers an hour, I don't feel the slightest vibration. Then what's the fun? Vibrations are where it's at, man. Each seat has its own power outlet, and you can even connect to the internet. I can't believe how advanced Japan is with stuff like this. Well, considering that they're not really allowed to have a military, they can spend more money in the private sector. See, you're totally spazzing out right now. Did we just come a little? Now, enough with the flirting, you two. Huh? We weren't flirting. Really, from my point of view, it looked exactly like flirting. Well, it's not exactly flirting, but there's a... They like each other. That's why I'm telling you, we're not. It's going to sound like you were given... What? It's going to sound like you were given how much you're denying it. There's a comma missing here, I think. Because I read that as all as one sentence and it didn't make sense. Come on, Une-chan. You're always quick to say such strange things. Sorry. Anyway, it's about time. Ah. What is it? What's it about time for? Remember earlier when I asked for seats on the right side of the train? You're going to learn why very soon. Ah, it's in sight, you two. Look. Look for what? What? Ah. What? Mount Fuji! I've seen bigger. No, I haven't. I have not seen a mountain up close in how long? Digi doesn't go outside anymore. That's Japan's greatest mountain, Mount Fuji. Isn't it also a dormant volcano? Then again, aren't most mountains? Mount Fuji. That snow-crested peak, that gentle slope, so peaceful and solemn, but with such presence. How can I describe it? To just call it beautiful would feel cliché. When there's no other words, why not? It's 3,776 meters tall, the tallest active volcano in Japan. Oh, it's active! Yay! Huh? Active volcano? Mount Fuji is an active volcano? Yes, it is. It just erupted 300 years ago, and until 15 years ago, scientists thought it might have gone dormant. But when they learned that it was still active internally, not eternally, they reclassified it as an active volcano. That's an active volcano. They say that the last time it erupted, the ash reached all the way to Tokyo. That's so far. Oh, come on. Supervolcanoes like Yellowstone will cover the entire Earth in ash. It's not that impressive. When you look at the date, we see that Mount Fuji's eruptions don't have a routine cycle, but the longest it's remained dormant was a little under 300 years. And as Uni-chan said, the last eruption was 300 years ago. That means it could erupt at any time, yes. Why are you so calm about this? There are various theories as to why it's called Mount Fuji. One meaning of the word Fuji is unique, while another is undying. Some theorize that the same stems from unique mountain or undying mountain. An undying mountain. Yes, that explanation would suggest that as an active volcano, the ancients thought of it as a living mountain. A living mountain? Why, look at this. We've spent already most of our money. Like, we spent most of our expenses this entire trip was today. 139 US dollars. Overall, we have spent 231 US dollars. Most of our money was spent today. These are some expensive tickets, man. Say, can you climb to the top of Mount Fuji? Yes, you can, although... Wow, my voice cracked even more than usual. You can only get halfway up by car. What? And past that, you need to climb on foot. Why did I say the past? And past that. Generally speaking, lodges on the mountainside only open in the summer, around July and August, so if you want to climb it, you need to go during that period. I see. Mount Fuji, Japan's greatest mountain, volcano. Someday I'd like to climb it for myself. We're not going to. Thank you for riding with us today. Kyoto, please be sure to collect your belongings before you disembark. Nah. ... Ah, we're here! This is Japan's old capital, Kyoto. Kyoto was Japan's capital for over 1,000 years until it was changed over to Tokyo in 1867. Why was that? For over 1,000 years, why are we so mesmerized? Kyoto became the capital in the year 794. Before that, Japan's government was centered in Nara Prefecture, and the capital would shift around when the head of state changed. But in 794, they built a new city on this land. It was known as Heian-kyo, and its layout was based on the contemporary capital of China. That city remained as Japan's capital for more than 1,000 years. Wow. Such a long time, huh? But... What's wrong? What year did the Edo period start? In 1603? Wasn't Tokyo the center of government during the Edo period? In that case, Kyoto should have stopped being the capital that year. You make a good point. It's true that the center of Japanese government was moved to Tokyo during the Edo period, but while the shogun had the real power in the Edo period, the formal head of government was not a shogun himself, but the emperor here in Kyoto. So, even during that time, the Japanese government was technically centered in Kyoto. And when it officially moved to Ito, Kyoto, and Osaka continued to grow as if they were still next door to the capital, right? That's right. I see. So you could say, Kyoto is the city that maintains the traditions, forms, and cultures of Japan's good old days. I see. I guess Kyoto is the first thing I think of when it comes to traditional Japanese culture. It is? Huh. But still. But you'd rather be seeing the town for yourself instead of listening to our lectures, right? How did you know that? Nane! Because we can read your face like a book, right, Aki-chan? Yeah, especially when you're thinking perverted things. What? What? You take that back right now, Akira. No way! Ah, a response like that. Wait a minute. You mean you do think those things? No, that was just an automatic response, that's all. I mean, it's not like I've seen you both, like, half naked or anything. What? Are you saying we're lacking in womanly charms? Well, Akira, you're a tomboy, and you have your own charm, but if we're thinking femininity, it's kind of Makoto. I mean, just look at that for a minute, okay? Okay. See the difference, Akira? It's not offensive if it's true. I'll shut up now. What are you talking about? Do you want me to think of those things or not? That's... Oh, you idiot! Of course I don't want you to think about it, you perv! I told you, I'm not... Come on now, Aki-chan, let's put this strange quarrel to rest. Concerning the earlier issue, it's no wonder you're most interested in modern town. Kyoto is still a major metropolis after all, so it's still gradually changing as new people and shops come in. I see, now that you mention it, I can see that it's true. Really? The big industrial-like buildings aren't well, not industrial, but urban. I'll shut up now. Digi doesn't know what he's talking about. He never does. Well, as long as we're here, we really should look around. So let's cut the chit-chat. It's time for a quick tour. Yes, it is. That's what I've been waiting for. Yes, that's what we've been waiting for. Not another CG image to use as the thumbnail. So, where should we start? First, a word of warning about getting around Kyoto. Getting around Kyoto? Yes, Kyoto is dotted with all kind of temples and shrines, so it's surprisingly difficult to get around. The easiest method is by the bus line, managed by the city bus. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Bus? I'm not good with those. I get motion sickness. Honestly, I'm better with a bus than a car. Cars are what really give me motion sickness. Like, I cannot spend more than 20 minutes in a car. It's not as if we'll be on them for very long though, don't worry. The city bus has a day pass that allows you to ride as much as you like for 500 yen, so here, this is your portion. Oh, thanks. That's my Uni-chan, so well prepared. Tourists mostly use the 100, 101, and 102 bus lines because there's a lot to see along them. Lately, the buses that tourists use most often have been given easily distinguishable car designs and gimmicks, so let's all use the buses a lot. I feel like this is all an advertisement. I'm sorry for all the interruptions, my nose is acting up today. Okay then, once more, where should we go first? Let me see, I think that's the best place, don't you? That? Bye-bye. First the entry fee there. Oh, this looks relaxing, I think. This is a Kiyomizu-dera, the most famous temple in Kyoto. Kiyomizu-dera? They say Kiyomizu-dera was completed in the year 778, before Kyoto became the capital. Before Kyoto became the capital? There are temples that old? Kiyomizu-dera is known for how the main hall bulges out of the side of the mountain. The main hall has been rebuilt over and over due to fires, but the last rebuild was in 1633, so it's still quite old. It was still built around 400 years ago, though. What? I feel like I was trying to say though and then at the same time. It's standard for the stone buildings of America and Europe to survive that long, but for these eastern wooden structures to last as long as shows that care that goes into them. What am I saying? Shows the care that's gone into. They care a lot about their wooden buildings. I know. Do you know the Japanese phrase "jump from the stage at Kiyomizu," meaning to plunge headfirst into something? The stage at Kiyomizu, it refers to this building? Yes, apparently if you gather up the courage and jump from here, your wish will be granted. I mean, come true. They say that in the old days, many men really would make the jump to show their determination. From here? But it's really far down. Yeah, they say some people died trying it. No biggie. Honestly, men are such idiots. Good thing I don't consider myself a man. I'm just me, Digi. Ding! I can't help but agree with you there. As long as we're here, let's go to Ottawa Waterfall. Why do I keep skipping words? To the Ottawa Waterfall then. Yay. Oh, we're not going there. Yet. No transition for Digi then. The Ottawa Waterfall? Yes, it's a small waterfall consisting of 3 narrow streams. The waterfall has existed for over 1,000 years, and back when people said the water would confer wealth or long life, and they loved it, it was called the Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth? Okay, let's check it out. It's not really the Phantom of Youth, Digi. Ooh, this also looks nice. Whoa, there really are 3 trails of water here. Each stream confers its own blessing from right to left. They confer academic success, health, and love respectively. Oh, okay. So then right to left. My right or your light? What? Wait. Okay, so if it's my right, then academic success, health, and love. Academics, health, and love. So then, starting from the right, I take the water from each and drink it? Okay, let's start with the water of academics. I just imagine we rush towards it, put our head on it. Now the water of health, then the water of love. All of it will be mine. All of it. All the success. It's delicious. It really could be the Fountain of Youth. No, it's not. Did we disrespect... Huh? Now that I think about it, you guys only drank from health and love springs, and none from the academics. How come? Well, right? Yes. You both look so serious. The truth is, it said that anyone greedy enough to drink from all 3 rivers will be denied their blessings. You could have told me that before. What? Wait, is that true? Yes, I'm sorry to say. Well, it's just superstition. Don't take it to heart. No way! Why didn't you tell me that earlier? Because I wouldn't have been as funny. Sorry about that. You know, you two are a lot more similar than you let on. So I didn't earn any blessings today. I could have used the blessing of love at least. Though now that I think about it, Makoto and Akira both drank from the love spring. Yes, they both want to bang you, we get it. First, the entry fee. There. Now what? Now, our next Kyoto sightseeing spot is here. Oh, this looks cool. Whoa! This is the Kinkaku-ji. Kinkaku... The kin in Kinkaku is a reference to the grand golden color of the temple, but that's just its nickname. What's its real name? I know! It's the Rokanji, right? That's right, you really know your stuff, Aki-chan. Well, you both live in Japan, so I would be a little concerned if you don't know a bit about its history and important sites and all that. Hold your applause till the end. I still know a lot more about the Rokanji. Then why don't you tell me all about it, Akira? Leave it to me. The fact is, there was already a temple here in the 13th century, but the noble who commissioned it was put to death for conspiring against the emperor, and it fell into ruin. Then, around the end of the 14th century, the shogun Ashikaga fixed it up and built a new temple, which he called the Rokanji. Whoa, is that really what happened? Yes, she's exactly right. Wait a minute, why are you asking Une-chan for confirmation? No reason, just wanted to be sure. Let me tell you, this isn't all I know. I also know that when the temple was completed, the grounds around it were larger, and it completely burned down once. Burned down? The temple? Was it in a war or something? Psst, sorry, it burned down just 60 years ago. It was arson. Arson? You mean someone set it afire? Yeah, in 1950 by a young monk in training. A monk committed arson? That's right, the temple was already a famous national treasure at the time, so it caused a huge stir. I see, that makes sense. Then a world-famous author named Mishin Mikyuku wrote a novel about it. Well, they're not that word famous if I didn't hear about them. I said word famous instead of world, huh? That's so digi! The name of the novel is, of course, Kinkaku-ji. Whoa, Akira, you really know a lot about Kinkaku-ji. I told you I knew a lot about it. Oh, crap. I told you I knew a lot about it. So, have you read the novel? No. Oh dear. Mishami Yukio's Kinkakuji has been translated into many other languages, so you should read it if you get the chance. I'll put it on the list. The ever-growing list of things I'm supposed to read but haven't. I can't help it, I prefer graphic novels and manga. Sure I will. He probably wrote it after visiting the place for himself, so it should be more interesting now than if I had read it beforehand. I'll be sure to look around for when I get home. Blah! I think I might try to read it when I get home too. I see. I think you would get a lot out of it, Aki-chan. The Kinkakuji, huh? The walls are covered with gold leaf, so it's as gold as the name suggests. I've heard that ancient Europe referred to Japan as Chipang, the land of gold. But looking at this, I could see why Marco Polo would have felt that way. Marco who? He's Italian, right? What do you think of Kyoto so far? Let's see, at first I wasn't really seeing the town's history and culture at all, but the more we walk around, the more I feel the traditional atmosphere sweeping in all over. That's right! Kyoto has a lot of temples and shrines, so you can walk from temple to temple and shrine to shrine. Why is this so hard? This is harder than Dark Souls. Just walking around can give you a deep impression of the town. Yeah, that's really true. But how do I say this? It's more than that. There's, even among the smallest shops in town, so many of them sell traditional craft goods, so that it also gives me an impression of the town that values its history. That's true. While Kyoto continues to expand, the city as a whole protects its traditions. I think that's what makes it so amazing. Preserving its history while taking in the new, huh? But now that I think about it, I think Tokyo has a similar sort of atmosphere. Yeah. With Kyoto, it just feels a whole lot sharper. When I think about it that way, Kyoto really is like a representation of Japan itself. Ah, that's it! There's one more thing that surprised me coming into Kyoto. Surprise you? What is it? You know, the language! Language? Ah, I see, it's because it's not the Tokyo Japanese. That's right, it's a dialect, right? The accent, the words the people use here are nothing like the Japanese I'm used to. That's true, people in Kyoto, Osaka, and Kobe all speak with what's called Kanzai-bin. Kanzai-bin? Yes, Kobe, Osaka, and Kyoto all have their own dialects, but the general term for it is Kanzai-bin. Kanzai-bin, I see. It's hard for even native Japanese to imitate Kanzai-bin. It's a unique way of speaking. I see, but how should I say? It feels like it has nuances that I don't hear in Japanese or Tokyo. That's true. It's fast-paced and kind of funny. That's right, when you listen to an exchange, it almost sounds like they might be bursts of laughter. You remember what I said before? That Kyoto was the capital of Japan a long time ago. While that was going on, the city of Osaka was also developing next door. Osaka developed as a merchant city. They based their lives around merchant culture. So I think their language developed from the interaction between a shop owner and a customer. Making the customer feel comfortable is so important in the business world. You mean they make them laugh so they can relax and feel more like buying things? It's just my own speculation, but I do wonder if it's true. The real Kanzai has done a lot to develop comedians and comedy culture, so you might hear Kanzai-bin on TV too. Now that I think about it, it sounds really cute when girls speak it too. Hey, we don't speak Kanzai-bin. Does that mean you don't think we're cute? Here you go, Akira. Your Tunzanera is showing. At least zip up. I mean, come on. That's not it. That's not what I was trying to say at all. So you're saying you wish we both speak Kanzai-bin? That's right, exactly. I mean, that's exactly the same complaint. Even without speaking Kanzai-bin, I think we'd make a good comedy team, don't you? Maybe not a comedy team, but we could star in our own anime. The joke died. Yeah. Back to Blue Skies. Anyway, we have one more place to go today. It's very close to where we are now. What kind of temple is it this time? Oh my, we're not going to a temple. Really? Then where are we? Oh, hello. Don't get that close. Don't. Ta-da! This is Kyoto's premier entertainment district, Gion. Whoa, the buildings here are... What? The buildings here have an older, more refined feeling to them. Okay. Gion is the gateway to the Yasuka Shrine, so it's basically a town that popped up along the route to the shrine. I mean road. The name Gion comes from the fact that Zaka Shrine was once known as the Gion Shrine. I see. So is there something on the street? Like what? Well, it's certainly a very beautiful street, and has a refined atmosphere, but isn't there like a famous building or... Yeah, there's nothing like that here, but in its place... Ah, look there, walking around. Oh, towards us. Walking? There's a woman walking towards us, with tiny red lips on the face made in white. And such a beautiful kimono. Is that a high-class gishi? Sort of. Gishi is used only in Tokyo. In Kyoto, they are called geiko. Geiko? 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 Yes, and young apprentice geiko are known as maiko. She looks young, so she's probably a maiko. Ah, she just turned to us and bowed. She's so cute. Hey, Une-chan, I hear back in the day maiko girls were around 10 years old. Is that true? That is what they say. 10 years old? They started that young? Yes, that was because maiko and geiko would play instruments and at banquets, sing and dance. They were like flowers, used to add life to a party. And the men of high standing and rank would come to them. So in order to keep them from offending anyone, they received strict instruction in discipline and manners from a very young age. It was all happy petals until that last bit. That's the kind of system it was. So for all its beauty, their world was a harsh one too. Yes, however, it's now seen as problematic for a child to work so hard, so nowadays you can't begin maiko training until you finish school. From what I've heard, it's not exactly easy to be a student in Japan. Some people have been known to commit suicide during their finals if they feel like they've messed up. Anyway, I saw on TV once that there were fewer and fewer women who wanted to become maiko too. I guess that's true in all countries. Jobs that were standard long ago are gradually declining. Whatever, there's always something to replace what's old. Come on. It's not like it disappears forever. The spirit of it will probably live on. It's too bad, but... yeah. But the TV also said that people seem to want to do it more now compared to before. But they say that its training is so strict that many people just up and quit. Just because you don't want it doesn't mean you'll succeed. Oh, just because you want it doesn't mean you'll succeed. But maiko and geiko are part of an amazing culture. There must be more people who want to carry it on. Dude. I know I've said it before, but stop being a fucking weeaboo. It happens. You don't see... I guess you do see First Nations, you know, wishing that people would fight for their culture, but, you don't see me fighting over culture. I'm perfectly fine with whatever's happening around me. Then again, I'm not the most cultural person, and I should probably stop talking and get back to the visual novel. That's it. As long as we're here, why don't we call a Geeko-san tonight? And unfortunately, that's not possible. Huh? Why not? The girls will refuse first-time customers. Most people have to be referred by an existing customer. I see. There are some exceptions lately, and I've heard that there are some events where you can hire a Geeko for a brief period of time. But it probably takes a lot of money, right? I see, I guess that's true. Yeah, I understand that. It was just an idea. I can tell you're pretty upset about it just from the way you're talking. I told you I was joking. I don't think you were. Anyway, as long as we're here, we should stop by the Yakuza shrine, then back to our hotel. Okay. Oh, okay. Whew. The Yakuza shrine sure was beautiful. Well, let's head to our hotel for the night. Sounds good. Oh my, I think it's gonna get steamy. Am I gonna get the thumbnail? Just what kind of hotel are we staying at? Hey, Uni-chan, are you sure it's down this way? Yes, I'm sure. It's just a little further. Whoa, this looks like a rectangle... why did I say rectangle? Regular. Civilian Street. Is there really a hotel in this area? Oh, there it is. Here. Huh? This is... It really looks like... Isn't this just someone's house? It looks that way, doesn't it? But this is a very fine inn. Oh, I mean, wow. They call them Kyo Machiya, or Machiya. Kyoto was originally a castle town, so there were a lot of buildings like these where merchants and artisans would use them both as work and a living space. As time passed, they deteriorated and more have been demolished. But recently, there has been a movement to reinforce these old buildings and renovate them into something new. But the quality of the old days remains. For instance, the outer facade is different from the building we live in, right? It takes things like not letting you see from the outside and keeping cats and dogs from peeing on the walls into consideration. They even worried about cats and dogs? Isn't it funny? So now that there are a lot of inns make use of the old Kyo Machiya, this is one of them. So this originally was an artisan's house? It's entirely possible. This is an inn. A lot of Japanese hotels charge by person rather than by number of rooms, but the Machiya are more mainstream and charge by room. So if we're staying with your friends or family, they are your best bet. On the other hand, they don't feed you, so you have to prepare your food. Prepare food for yourself and pick it up somewhere. But I get to stay in a place that's pure Japan, so I don't mind at all. Great. That's true, and even without that, Kyoto has a lot of delicious restaurants. Well, let's go inside. Oh, look at... Huh? Ah! Oh. Ow, 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 is that blood? Oh god, oh no, bad. I'm kidding. Are you okay? Yeah. These buildings were made with the heights of old-time Japanese people in mind, so the ceilings are very low. I'm sure that's just right for you, Makoto and Akira. I'm sure they're just fine for you. Me, I'm like 6 feet. Or 5'11" last time I checked. Pretty much 6 feet, right? That means tall men and foreigners have to be careful, otherwise they'll bump their heads just like you did. Oh, so the houses themselves are very small, the stairs are narrow, and sometimes steep, so be careful. I got it. I'll be more careful while I'm moving around. Wow! What are you shouting for? You know, Akira, this house is so small. You don't need to say it so loudly. How come I don't get to see the house? And it's all tatami. All the furniture is made out of wood. Whoa, there's a tiny garden too. Ooh! Look, the bathtub. It's made of wood. Why would you want that? Wood rots. This is great. This is real Japan. I came a little in my pants. Hey, it's not worth yelling about. Oh. I told you. Our time in Kyoto. It had its own appeal, totally different from Tokyo. Our hotel might be more humble than the halls where Geeko perform, but it was still a nice place. The food in Kyoto tastes completely different from the food in Tokyo too. I somehow doubt that, but whatever. Kyoto was a nice place, not at all inferior to Tokyo. But being here for just one day doesn't seem like enough to experience it all. We're going back to Tokyo tomorrow, and in 3 days I'll be heading home. I've got to make the most of Japan in the time I've got left. And that's a night. Day 5. Another beautiful day. They said on the news yesterday that it was going to rain in Tokyo, so the good weather followed me on this trip. Could be a good sign of things to come, right? Nah. Okay, day 2 in Kyoto. Let's get started. What? I don't get a thumbnail? Screw you. I'm gonna leave this here. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!